Signed in the 80s and 90s, and it's continued on till today. Playoff football in the Bay Area as we welcome you to Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Fields going to keep it running right. Gets past one man, and he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Back to throw, Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Now a first down throw, Fields. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Mercedes Lewis. 33 yards. And the Bears have struck first in this NFC title game. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, first and 10 at their own 22. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Herbert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
And the Bears first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. To the 43, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with the draw instead, pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field. They're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Herbert powering up the middle.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. A shotgun snap, Fields.
Complete. This is Lewis. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
A handoff for Herbert. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
That's complete to Mooney.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
Herbert will take it in. Touchdown, Bears.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
And his throw is incomplete.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Second down, they go back to Herbert.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Herbert once more.
Room here to run.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And that is a historic run for him, partner. With that pickup, he just broke Lamar Jackson's 2019 record for most yards in a season by a quarterback. No one has done it better across a 16 or 17-game schedule. Now his name will be forever linked with the best runners to ever play at that position.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. To throw is Fields.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Javon Hargrave in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37.
Santos' kick is up and through,
and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Purdy. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Down the left sideline. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
From his own end zone, Fields on 3rd and long. And this will be caught by Mooney.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Oh, look at the juke. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Purdy off the play fake.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Connects with Kittle underneath.
Down inside the 10.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown 49ers.
Well, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
Jones now on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves them with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority 1.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A give left side here for Herbert.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job.
And he coughed it up.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
And Debo going to have a Niners first down as he'll get this down to the 32.
9 yards that time.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Niners on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And that will be incomplete as well. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble.
Off play action, Fields.
Flush to his right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
At their own 45-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Throwing here, Purdy.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bears will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they have work to do in this 2nd half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
They go play action here. Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 8 yards there and a 1st down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And a solid run down inside the 30.
55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Purdy.
This will be caught at Samuel. But he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 2 catches in the 1st half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Purdy looking to throw. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy.
He's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Now Herbert to start the drive.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
And cue the applause, and there it is for him. The mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just the 3rd quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. That's a season's worth of work and a huge commitment to get him the touches that he needed to make that happen. Congratulations.
Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
2nd and 9. Here's a give to Herbert.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 3rd down, Herbert.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Now Herbert.
And a short gain here down to the 22. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Now 2nd and 9. This is Herbert.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Fields now to throw.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Tyler Gordon on the coverage.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They run the option on 2nd down. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Herbert. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw, Purdy.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel.
1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. That's complete out left to Ayuk.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Purdy.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Purdy now on second down.
This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. Well, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Purdy.
That's Samuel, caught left side. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
It's a pickup of 6.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
At the Bears,
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Brings up third down and 2.
Purdy now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Purdy sets up to throw again.
And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown.
Deebo Samuel, 27 yards. And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have.
And he loses the football a second time. And now it's scooped up by the 49ers. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And he'll be out of bounds. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
Eluding the pressure right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. There to make the grab.
And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Moody good with the extra point.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
On the option right is Fields.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker. and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
On second down, a run with Herbert.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
Herbert powering up the middle.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Moore, the man in motion. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Ran it last time. Now Fields to throw.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now. They stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did.
Here's Purdy. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I like the thought process. I like the design. But I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
To throw is Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Purdy to throw.
This one caught by Kittle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Throwing, Purdy.
Able to get away. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Well, just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's 1st and 10. All eyes on Fields.
Steps away to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't settle things. It's going to take overtime to figure out who wins the George Halas Trophy and punches their ticket to the Super Bowl. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football. People hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Now it's Purdy's turn in overtime. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl, what do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? It looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny, but they're at New Orleans. It's the Saints. And they get it done, and in overtime go on to the Super Bowl. They won that one. They beat the Colts, correct?
Yep. A couple of the more memorable ones for sure. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
So the next score wins here in the playoffs, and we will go as long as need be as they work here on 2nd down.
A throw there, but that that's going to wind up incomplete. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there?
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. He's up north of 100 yards receiving now in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described.
And he's going to score! It's a touchdown! No flags, and in an overtime thriller, they are moving on to the playoff.
No rest, they get to keep playing.
The 49ers are going to the Super Bowl. As we sign off here, we thank you for watching. Good night, everybody.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.